Are you still waking up at 6 a.m. to face traffic in an economy car while I'm enjoying my beauty sleep until 10? Darling, that's not dedication. It's wasting your life. I'm Duchess Dollars, and today I'll show you how to create a routine worthy of someone born to be rich. My Mr. Millionaire always says my morning laziness is my best beauty investment. After all, have you ever seen a billionaire with dark circles under their eyes? Of course not. If you want to stop being a fool with your crushing routine and start living like the rich, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. You deserve to learn how to live with elegance, not with sweat. 1. Physical exercise. Poor people sweat, rich people shine. Darling, poor people work out to lose weight. Rich people work out to show off. My gym costs the price of an economy car per month, and do you know why? Because there are no sweaty people running on treadmills like desperate hamsters. There are executives, entrepreneurs, opportunities. Have you heard of golf networking? It's the official sport of millionaires. Warren Buffett closes more deals on the golf course than in his meeting room. A Forbes survey showed that 43% of executives use golf to make business decisions. I hate golf, I find it boring, but Mr. Millionaire loves it. So I learned the basics just to be in the right environment. Tennis is also a classic. Look at Serena Williams. She's not just an athlete, she's a billionaire businesswoman. I play tennis 3 times a week at the most exclusive club in the city. My backhand is terrible, but my networking is impeccable. Remember, we're not there to sweat, we're there to shine and make connections. Rich people don't compete, they connect. So, if you're still at that $29.90 per month gym, you're literally sweating in the wrong place. 2. Rich person's lunch, deals close at the table. Forget that sad lunchbox with chicken and broccoli. Lunch is the sacred moment of negotiation. Rich women don't eat lunch to eat, they eat lunch to close deals. The food is just the backdrop. The most expensive restaurants in the city between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. are informal offices of the elite. The trick isn't what you eat, it's who's eating at the tables around you. Research shows that 58% of millionaire deals start in Michelin-starred restaurants. Coincidence? I think not. Even Mark Zuckerberg, with those horrible basic t-shirts, understands the importance of a good restaurant for strategic conversations. And remember, a truly rich person never, ever splits the bill. Either you pay for everything, demonstrating power, or you let someone pay everything for you, demonstrating influence. Splitting the bill is for anxious middle-class people. If you're doing this, stop immediately. It looks like you're doing charity, darling. 3. Productivity blocks. Work less, produce more. Poor people work 8 consecutive hours. Rich people work in high-performance 90-minute blocks. Harvard scientists discovered that our brain works better in cycles, not marathons. When I reorganized my schedule this way, it tripled my ability to buy expensive things wisely. My secret? The luxury Pomodoro technique. 90 minutes of absolute focus, followed by 30 minutes of strategic pleasure, which can be anything from looking at my Hermes bag collection to a quick call to that friend who knows about the best real estate investments. Bill Gates uses thinking weeks blocks, periods when he completely isolates himself to reflect on important decisions. I also have my thinking afternoons every Wednesday, when nobody, absolutely nobody, has access to me. Not even Mr. Millionaire. This is my sacred moment to plan how to spend my money intelligently. 4th, millionaire-style meetings. Time is money, literally. Poor people have 1-hour meetings because Outlook suggests it. Rich people have 15-minute meetings because they know how much their time is worth. When someone asks for an hour of your schedule, they're asking for something between $1,000 and $10,000 in wealth generation potential. Jeff Bezos implemented the 2-pizza rule. If 2 pizzas can't feed all participants, the meeting has too many people. I have the champagne glass rule. If the meeting lasts longer than a glass of Moët, it's lasting too long. Steve Jobs was famous for having walking meetings because movement generates mental clarity. I have my meetings in my closet, choosing clothes while making important decisions. Rich multitasking. I've closed a 6-figure contract while deciding between a red and a black Louboutin, and never ever accept meetings without a clear agenda. Let's talk is not a reason for a meeting. It's a waste of time. Time you could be using to find your next Mr. Millionaire, or to create your own fortune. A rich woman asks beforehand, what's the specific goal and what decision do we need to make? If there's no clear answer, there's no meeting. 5. Productive afternoon. The secret is in strategic breaks. Did you know that afternoons are the most powerful time for a rich woman? While poor people are facing post-lunch drowsiness, rich people are closing their biggest deals. The trick? Strategic breaks. MIT studies show that our brain needs small intervals to consolidate information. That's why every 90 minutes of work, I take a 15-minute break for something pleasurable. Admiring my jewelry, looking at the Sotheby's catalog, or simply contemplating my bank account, an extremely invigorating activity. Queen Elizabeth II had her famous strategic tea times. It wasn't just tea, it was moments of reflection and decision. I have my champagne moments. Small glasses of Veuve Clicquot during the day to celebrate small victories and recalibrate my goals. Once, after a strategic glass, I had an idea that saved me thousands in taxes. Totally legal, darling. Rich people don't evade taxes, they optimize. And most importantly, a rich woman never, ever lets productivity interfere with beauty. I have an alarm that rings every 2 hours to touch up my lipstick and check if my posture is still elegant. After all, whoever looks rich attracts wealth. It's the law of the universe, darling. 6. Luxury version. Self-development. Invest in yourself, but with class. Poor people take $9.90 online courses. Rich people invest $10,000 in exclusive mentoring. The difference? The networking that comes with it. When I paid $25,000 to participate in an exclusive workshop with only 5 people, I wasn't buying knowledge. I was buying access to a restricted circle. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Elon Musk is self-taught. But they don't read just anything. They have content curators. I have my luxury book club, a select group of rich women who exchange reading recommendations about investments, abundant psychology, and inspiring biographies. Warren Buffett dedicates 80% of his day to reading and thinking. Seems lazy? It's strategy. When people see me sunbathing by the pool with a book about the real estate market, they think I'm relaxing. Actually, I'm working harder than that poor soul in the office answering emails. And never economize on learning that can enrich you. Once, I spent the price of an economy car on a course about body language for negotiations. Result? The following month, I closed a deal that paid for the course 20 times over. Poor people complain about the price. Rich people calculate the return. 7. End of the productive day, the 6 p.m. ritual. At 6 p.m., while poor people are still stuck in traffic, rich people are already celebrating the day's achievements. I have a sacred ritual. At 6 p.m. sharp, no matter what I'm doing, I stop everything for my rich balance. First, I review my 3 main gains of the day. It could be anything from a valuable contact to a wise decision about investments. Then, I send messages to 3 people in my circle of influence, always keeping connections warm. Finally, I define the 3 priorities for the next day. All of this while drinking my strategic martini, of course. Oprah Winfrey has a gratitude journal that she writes in before sleeping. I prefer my abundance journal, where I record not only what I'm thankful for, but what I deserve to receive. It's a subtle but powerful change. Rich women don't just give thanks, they claim. The most important moment? The last thought before sleeping should be about money. Neuroscientists have discovered that our subconscious processes information while we sleep. That's why I fall asleep looking at the photo of my next goal. Currently, a villa in Santorini. When your last thought is abundance, your brain works all night to create more. 8. The weekend routine. Rich people work when they want. Forget this story about disconnecting on the weekend. Rich people don't disconnect, they choose when they're available. My Saturdays begin with a strategic meeting with myself, preferably in the bathtub with imported bath salts and a glass of champagne. Unlike poor people who use weekends to rest, I use them to reposition, both my wardrobe and my investments. Every Saturday, I analyze the week. What brought me closer to wealth? What was a waste of time? Which connections yielded results? Leonardo DiCaprio uses Sundays for environmental causes. I dedicate 2 hours of my Sunday to what I call strategic philanthropy. It's not charity, it's networking with purpose. I participate in exclusive charity events where I've met some of my biggest business partners. And of course, every Sunday night I have my 3-hour beauty ritual. Why? Because rich women don't start the week looking tired. While poor people have dark circles on Monday, I look like I just got back from vacation in the Maldives. Sometimes it's true. Your appearance is your business card in the rich world. 9. Consistency is for the rich, the difference between wanting and being. Here's the secret that no coach tells you: consistency is the true luxury of the rich. Anyone can have a productive week, but maintaining the same excellence for months, years, that's a rich thing. The routine I shared isn't for you to do for a week and abandon. It's a lifestyle. Jeff Bezos has maintained the same day structure for decades. Elon Musk, with all his eccentricity, has rigid routines. Consistency is what separates the want to be rich from the truly wealthy. But attention, consistency doesn't mean rigidity. Rich people adapt. Poor people break. When I travel, my routine continues, just in different time zones and settings. I've done my 6 p.m. ritual on a terrace in Dubai, on a balcony in Positano, and even on a private jet headed to Saint-Tropez. And remember, rich women don't pressure themselves, they celebrate themselves. Each small step towards wealth deserves a celebration. I literally clap for myself every night before going to sleep. Seems silly? Try it for 21 days and then tell me how your bank account responded. If you apply just 10% of what I shared today, you'll already feel the difference in your energy and, consequently, in your bank account. Rich women aren't afraid of seeming different. They're afraid of being common. If you liked this video, give me that rich like, subscribe to the channel, and comment, Rich Awake. If you're going to start implementing these millionaire habits starting tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget to check the product links in the first pinned comment. They're all designed to elevate your lifestyle to the rich level you deserve. Remember, you have the same 24 hours that I do. The difference is how you use them. Duchess Dollars signs off, and see you in the next video where I'll teach you how to think like a rich person even when your account is in the red. Champagne kisses.